the system is failing. We're going to have more homelessness, more unemployment, and the government has to print more money. It's a command and control economy where the government tells you everything. I just don't trust our government. And they're going to have to start printing pretty quickly. And the more they print, the less value, purchasing power the dollar has, or the loonie, or the yen, or the peso. People are talking about inflation. I think we're in depression right now, and we're going to be the biggest depression in world history.
In the 1970s, that's when the world was changing.
The biggest bust in the history of the world is coming up. It's pensions. They trusted the government. They trusted their pension would be there, and it's going to go bust. And that's us. We'd get crushed.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today. As ladies and gentlemen, we see great strength occurring with XRP right now as this crypto market has been imploding and has been shaken to the core by the news of FTX collapsing. We're going to go over so many different things, but I have to remind all of you that the future is extremely bright for XRP. Ladies and gentlemen, despite what may happen with price volatility in the immediate short term, what I have to guarantee all of you is that with every piece of information I've proposed and shown all of you over the past 4 years on this YouTube channel, you have more than enough to hold through anything with confidence. You have to understand that we in the crypto community are taking a stand against corruption and against big government that does not deserve to regulate us. But first and foremost, let me say this. I have a lecture ready in my Udemy course down in the description below, titled My Declaration to My Crypto Community, and new buying criteria that I have for myself after this FTX debacle. Moving forward, I'm still currently in the process of finishing it, and it's something I want all 24,000 of my Udemy subscribers to read, as a lot more activity is going to be going on in there, as I'm revealing some important pieces of information I want all of you to see. Now, as you keep all of that in mind, we have to see what's been going on with Gary at the SEC right now. This article from CoinDesk broke earlier today and stated BlockFi will most likely pay the SEC first, as retail customers probably won't get their money back from the bankrupt crypto lender. This right here is the most unacceptable thing I've ever seen in my life. The SEC is government sponsored, taxpayer sponsored, and they're here to serve and protect retail investors. Instead, what they're doing, they're not providing legal guidance or clarity for the crypto industry. They then allow retail investors to get absolutely destroyed based on their lack of clarity. And then what they do is they come to a settlement to a failed crypto company, take money from them that they stole from customers in order to enrich and pay themselves even more. This is absolute blasphemy, and every crypto investor and American should be livid. Gary Gensler is the most pathetic excuse of a politician and a leader I've ever seen in my life, and it cannot be understated. Now, not only do we have this FTX debacle on Gary's hands, we also have the eventual collapse of Tether being broadcasted to the world in real time. Ladies and gentlemen, they've called me a conspiracy theorist for the past 3 years for calling out Tether. Then they reached a settlement in the state of New York, and people dismissed Tether as if nothing else could possibly go on. But something I'll tell all of you is, we will have the last laugh on this channel by uncovering this baby, as this is the $80 billion elephant in the room plaguing the crypto industry. The liquidity shock crypto will experience when Tether collapses will be astonishing, and it's only a matter of time. I'm not causing FUD. I'm telling you facts. And what I want you to see in this interview with Laura Shin, interviewing the CEO of Deltec, which is Tether's Bahamian bank, by the way. you'll see that his body language is that of someone who's nervous and that of someone who's probably lying. The fact that Tether's bank is in the Bahamas, just like FTX was incorporated in the Bahamas, is not a good look. And I want all of you guys to be the judge of how this man on the screen is reacting to some difficult and pointed questions. Well done, Laura Shin. And let the people decide.
We are not a domestic bank outside of that authorized agent license, but that is an irrelevant business for us. And that maybe not much must be reported. We are an international bank, and that is part of the international bank aspect. That's why I did answer to some people asking us, but you are domestic. We say no, because we cannot take domestic customer. And we cannot hold domestic Bahamian dollars. Nothing to be seen there. And actually, so that I can complete.
Okay.
Yeah. Every Tether is backed by a reserve. Their reserve is fully backed and more than what is in circulation. That, I mean, we can see it firsthand. So I can confirm you that.
Okay. Interesting. So then are all the dollars that back Tethers held by Deltec?
They're reserved, like I said, all the Tether in circulation. They have the reserve matching that and more probably, but they have the reserve. And there is no secret. And when you look at the article, in the reserve, like the entire reserve is there. They have sufficient
held by Deltec?
Held by Deltec and probably other institution, but beyond what you would expect for treasury management.
So earlier you very easily said that Deltec is holding the reserves for Tether, but Tether famously hasn't had a true audit of its books. Why not? And does that fact give Deltec pause?
So first of all, like I said that, the Tether is fully backed by their reserve. So but that's not a secret. They've been repeating that over and over. Now,
but there definitely was a moment in time when they did lend a huge chunk of their money to Bitfinex, and that was what led to the...
Fair enough. Yeah. But again, the question, that's the definition. It's a reserve. The question is to wonder if the counterparty is insolvent or not, which is another debate.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, with all that being said, my bullshit detector is on 120% after that interview. Tether is not fully audited. And that's really the individual they're going to send to protect the reputation of $80 billion. Dodgy answers. And I think most of you would probably agree. You see, I've come on this channel every single day for almost 4 years now and told everyone to get their offline hardware wallets become unconfiscatable. Ensure you don't get hacked. Ensure you don't get robbed. Then the exchanges robbed everyone. Celsius, Voyager, BlockFi, FTX, and you still question whether or not Tether may collapse. USDC moving forward should be all of your stablecoin of choice. And I can't stress that warning enough. The liquidity crisis that will strike crypto will be massive when Tether collapses. I don't know when it'll happen, but it's coming soon. In addition, we have this interview from Tiffany Fong with Sam Bankman-Fried. I highly recommend all of you watch, talking about the bankruptcy, the alleged backdoor, donations to politicians, and other things. I stress all of you watch it for more context as more information rolls out every single day on what's going on. But what I'm telling you right now is currently, this is a stand from the crypto industry against corruption with the political establishment. This is where the people take a stand. And when you realize how well protected these criminals are, it'll frustrate you. BitBoy went all the way to the Bahamas to report and get an interview with Sam Bankman-Fried. And allegedly he has that interview scheduled for some time in the future. But this is how he was treated when he was simply looking for some answers.
Because there's a reason why they feel safe enough to where they can just call security and try to get us kicked out. It's unbelievable. When you've got as much political power as Barbara and Joe have, and you guys make connections as you have, and you're used to doing whatever you want to do your entire life, being a securities lawyer, coming up with $121 million for real estate as professors and security lawyers, it's very apparent what's going on here. And their scam is up. Their jig is up. People know this at this point.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, to cap off this video for today, we have this piece of news from Coinbase showing that the Coinbase wallet is removing support for XRP, XLM, Bitcoin Cash, and Ethereum Classic. Now, let's make something clear. This is not Coinbase the exchange. This is the Coinbase wallet. But at the exact same time, can I say, XRP has been the most canceled digital asset on the planet. XRP was a victim of cancel culture before cancel culture actually got popularized. Ladies and gentlemen, the XRP army has been canceled by the crypto community time and time again, devalued, written off, laughed at, mocked. Now, when things structurally are collapsing within the crypto market, the maxis want to listen. They're beginning to pay attention. Their cognitive dissonance does not allow them to understand what we've been saying for years. This new financial system is coming, and it's almost here. We have a global financial crisis about to occur. We have countries collapsing left and right. The UK, Italy, Europe, Ukraine, Russia, sanctions, China, Turkey, inflation, everywhere. The whole world is on the brink of collapse. Political division is running rampant in the United States. And the biggest weapon we have to empower ourselves is our voices and our knowledge. Ladies and gentlemen, I've made this video a short one, but it's going to be an impactful one as I have a powerful message for all of you. I'm going to be posting a lot more free content for all of you, because as we're moving into a world of more control and less freedom, the discussion of how to get as much freedom as possible in a world that's trying to destroy it needs to be had. I'm going to be revealing tools I'll be using to maintain myself as a free and sovereign citizen in the upcoming age of the New World Order. And I hope all of you get excited to what I'm about to start posting. I'll let all of you know where I'll be posting that content. But I think a lot of you could take a guess. They've been programming the minds of the masses for far too long. And I want the XRP army, the new 1%, to be the glitch in the matrix that stops them in their tracks. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. Now don't let them program you.
Hi, I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our
Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities,
Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But we are concerned about trouble and trend of irresponsible, one-sided news stories plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and false
news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.